Ivan, that was a display of your championship qualities, particularly the back end of that first half.
Yeah, there was. It was a difficult start. I thought both teams were really into it early. Intensity was up, and they got the better field position at the start of the game. Got a 6 again and a couple of penalties, and obviously scored first. So it was a really stop-start early. See, we had a few near misses, which could have easily got into our psyche, and obviously scored this first try. Appy scored. That was like a key one. Obviously, Bizzers on the half time was massive. So in the second half, I thought we did most of the right things. It's good.
The opposition coach talked about how deflating that was for his team going into the sheds behind after leading by 12. Did you feel that sort of the air go out of them a little bit?
Yeah, it's a hard one because they probably felt they were on top. They'd sort of front-loaded their energy when they could in good spots, and then obviously to score that one right on half-time, it would have been deflating for them. But I think that just showed that we were staying in it, we were staying composed, and when something like that popped up, we were, had the ability to obviously capitalise on it. So I could see how it hurt them, but it obviously gave us a bit of momentum leading into it.
Well, how does it feel to be in 3 grand finals in a row? Chasing a back-to-back premiership. I know that's what you've been building towards, but you're there now.
Feels awesome. Yeah, it's fantastic. It doesn't happen every day, and to make any grand final, so we're not really worried too much about what we've done or what we might be able to do. It's just to be able to reach a grand final is a huge achievement. It's a long, hard season. Have so many things go into it, and you have so many ups and downs and different phases throughout the year. So just so grateful to be with this group and be able to enjoy the week and have another crack at winning a title. Yeah.
And last year you didn't get. You're up in Queensland. This year you're going to be here at this stadium in front of your fans, but it's also the Western Sydney grand final.
Yeah, it's totally different to 2020 as well. That was COVID, so we didn't do much that week at all in terms of fan stuff. And I think it was only half capacity of the stadium. So it's pretty cool to be able to do it the proper way, I suppose, like the more traditional. So the week itself, and just to be able to immerse ourselves in our community who have lifted us all the way through this year. So it's going to be fun times, and we've got to embrace it and enjoy it, but obviously prepare well like we have all the way through the year, to be at our best come next Sunday.
How do you prepare and develop the mental resolve that you guys showed? Because as you said, literally everything went against your team in the first 35 minutes, 3 tries, a couple of plays on a report, but no one seemed rattled. How do you actually develop that resolve?
Yeah, I guess it's just part of everything that we work at. So there's a lot of physical stuff we do, but we definitely practice a lot of mentality stuff, a lot of experience as well. And these guys are elite players. We might be able to talk about it, but we've had a lot of experience in Origin games now, semi-finals, playing together. I think that helps. So I think they probably would have drawn on a bit of that experience. A couple of years ago, we came from 2 tries down, I think, in our first final together against the Roosters. So it's good players, mate. Good connection and belief.
You've got some good players, but are you worried a few of them might not be available next week? Let's start with Viliami kick-out.
No.
No issue with the tackle whatsoever?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a suspension, no.
What about...
Villy has a lot. He's had a lot over the years of near misses because he's so big, and it always looks a little bit more, I don't know, just looks worse than it is usually.
And Gerard Blue Eyes, well, I think he was placed on report for the high shot on Graham. Any concerns there?
Might be out of pocket, I think.
Ivan, what did you make of Parramatta's performance last night, and what do you think of the challenge that they'll present for you next week?
Yeah, I thought they were really good, really brave. Huge win up there, especially the way the game went. They probably didn't go as they like in the first half. They were possession against them, a lot of field position against them, and they looked in a bit of strife in the second half, and the Cowboys were coming home strong. which they've done all year. But to be able to win the way they did, yeah, they'll get a lot of confidence out of that. And it's pretty obvious, you know, they've had some success against us this year too. So we've had a lot of big games against them, you know, over the last few years. And pretty exciting match-up too for Western Sydney. I think, yeah, really big fan base and great for the game.
There was a lot of talk before that week 1 finals game that they might have had a mental edge over you or something, given their record. But do you think you guys sort of put that to bed in week 1, that there is no mental challenge when it comes to playing Parramatta?
Yeah, look, there's you know, the 2 games we lost. There's some context around that. I mentioned that at the time. But we've had a lot of games with them where it could have gone either way. So, yeah, they don't have a mental edge over us. No.
What about Taylor May? Is he any chance of playing next week? Where's he out of his hamstring?
Yeah, he's some chance. Yeah, so we'll see how he goes. Yeah, probably by Wednesday we'll want to make that call. So we'll see.
How's Spencer going? He had a fantastic night, but obviously he ended early with that high tackle.
Yeah, he's all right. He's fine. Yeah, a little bit emotional, but he's good. No, he's fine. Yeah, he's good.
You worried seeing him on the sideline in such heat?
No, he controls himself pretty well, Spenny. Like he is emotional and he doesn't take a backward step. So, but it's probably good that he didn't get back on.
First send off, you know, in finals game since Gary last. Apparently,
Played that day.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think most people would agree that was a send off.
Yeah, actually, Yowie was saying. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I didn't see that. Honestly, I didn't look at that closely, but he hit him flush and yeah, could have hit him plenty of other spots. Yeah.
There was some concern that he was Spencer at the time too.
Yeah, well, it's a tough thing. He doesn't stay down. It's normally chipping blokes when they do stay down, so he's not obviously going to stay down for no reason. But look, copped him flush. Yeah, I feel like I think he got warned last game too, Tane. Like, it's happened a couple of times now, and he had every chance to drop his arm or make contact somewhere else, and he flushed him on the head. So.
Yeah, we can follow up on Ivan just saying that Parramatta don't have a mental edge over you. Like, why do you think it is that Para have challenged you so much in the last couple of years, or is it just as Ivan suggested that there's just been circumstances around those results, like Nathan send-off or whatever?
Yeah, I feel they've got a team that matches up well in this kind of in this month of footy. They've got a big forward pack, obviously, and they're a really good front-running team. When they've got all the momentum, they do that really well. So look, yeah, I feel like there's, as Ivan said, there's context probably around the last one, particularly with Nathan getting sent off. That I thought the second half of that game was really good for us. Probably missed it there, but look, they're a really good, consistent side. So anytime you're like that as a team, it's going to be hard to beat. So look, I'm sure they'll be looking to do that this weekend, and it'll be up to us to obviously nullify that and come over the top of them.